All right, so get this. Today we're diving deep into the world of, you guessed it, roofing company websites. Now, before you think, okay, that's a little niche for me, trust me, it's way more interesting than you'd think. We've got this guide from Site Design and now W. They're like the gurus of web design down under in Australia, specifically in Logan. And it breaks down what makes a roofing company's website really pop, especially when it comes to reeling in those clients. And whether you're a homeowner thinking, maybe I need a new roof soon, or you're just fascinated by how businesses really make a splash online, this deep dive is jam-packed with insights.
It really is. You know what? This guide is surprisingly insightful. I think even folks who aren't, knee-deep in the whole home improvement world will get a lot out of it.
I totally agree. So the guide really jumps right in with what they call an impressive project portfolio.
Yeah.
It's all about making that first impression a real showstopper, like, boom, a stunning gallery of finished projects showing off everything a company could do.
Yeah, but it's got to be more than just a bunch of pretty pictures, right? It's like a well-crafted portfolio. It should be like a window into the company's their heart and soul.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Potential clients should be able to see right away, okay, this is the quality of their work, this is their style, this is their attention to detail. It answers that big question, can I trust these people with my roof?
Okay, I see what you mean. But, isn't it enough to just, showcase those finished projects? Like, what else is there?
Well, think about it this way. Imagine walking into a museum, and there's incredible art everywhere, right? But there are no labels, no descriptions, no organization, nothing. You'd be overwhelmed. You wouldn't know where to even start.
Right.
It's the same with an online portfolio.
Okay, I'm starting to see your point.
Yeah.
So it's not just about showing what you've done, but it's about how you show it.
Exactly. This guide is really hammering home the importance of, organization, clear categories, detailed descriptions, even using client names with their permission, of course. It's like creating a roadmap, a user-friendly map for people to explore your work.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want potential clients getting lost in a sea of roof photos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what about when someone lands on a website and they aren't even sure what the company actually does? I feel like that happens a lot, That's where the guide's focus on comprehensive service listings comes in, I think.
Absolutely. Clarity and transparency are so key. And it's something that so many websites just completely miss the boat on.
Yeah.
It's like walking into a store. There are no signs, no sections, just like a jumble of products everywhere. You wouldn't know where to find anything. And honestly, you'd probably just leave frustrated.
Ugh, yeah, I've totally been there.
Yeah.
So how can a roofing company avoid creating that kind of experience online?
Well, the guide suggests going beyond just a simple list of services. You got to explain each service in detail, and highlight what makes them unique. Maybe they specialize in a certain type of roofing, or they use environmentally friendly materials, something like that.
It's like they're saying, hey, we don't just install any roof, we install the best roof for your specific needs.
That's it. And, transparency really builds trust. It shows potential clients that a company isn't trying to hide anything. They're upfront about their expertise and how they can help. They even talk about including things like Australian standards and licenses. So they're legit. They're playing by the rules.
That's a really smart move. It's like they're anticipating a potential client's anxieties and just addressing them head on.
You got it. And from a more practical standpoint, those detailed service descriptions, they're gold for search engine optimization. SEO.
Okay, hold on. Before we get too far into the weeds here.
Yeah.
For those of us who aren't, marketing whizzes, can you explain exactly what SEO is?
Sure. Essentially, SEO is all about making sure your website shows up high in the search results. When people search for, relevant terms online.
So if I'm looking for tile roof repair in Logan, SEO helps me find the right company.
Exactly. And all those detailed service descriptions we talked about, those are like little signals for search engines. They tell them exactly what your company offers and where.
Okay, so it's like SEO is making sure your website doesn't get lost in the vastness of the internet.
Right. It's about getting your website in front of the right people at the right time. Think of it as like the digital equivalent of a giant flashing neon sign outside your business.
I love that analogy. All right, so we've got the visuals figured out. We've got clear explanations of their services, and we're showing up high in those search results thanks to SEO. What's next?
Well, let's talk about trust. And one of the most powerful ways to build trust online is through authentic client testimonials.
I was just thinking about that. I rely on online reviews for pretty much everything these days.
Yeah.
Restaurants, movies, even choosing a plumber. It's like getting a recommendation from a friend,
Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. It's tapping into that inherent human need for social proof.
Yeah.
Like, we're wired to trust the experiences of other people, especially when we're making big decisions. And a new roof, that's a big decision.
Right. It's a significant investment. You want to know you're making the right choice? So how do these testimonials work? Like, what's the magic behind them?
I think they work by addressing those anxieties that potential customers might have. Think about it. If you see a bunch of people raving about a company, their work, their professionalism, their customer service, it really puts your mind at ease.
Right. It's like having a whole group of happy customers vouching for the company. They're like, hey, we took the leap and it was awesome.
Exactly. And this guide is spot on when it emphasizes authenticity, including things like client names, suburbs, even video testimonials. It adds a layer of realness that generic glowing reviews just can't match.
It's that local touch that really resonates with people, right? Like, hey, this satisfied customer lives just down the street from me.
That's it. And you know what? Video testimonials especially, they can be incredibly powerful because they let potential clients see and hear the genuine emotions of someone who's had a positive experience. It's really hard to fake that kind of authenticity.
It really is. Okay, so now the potential client's feeling good about this company. They're ready to get started. And that's where seamless online quote requests come in, which the guide really emphasizes.
It's all about making that next step, taking that next step as smooth as possible. It's like removing any obstacles on the path to becoming a customer.
Yeah, because let's be honest, nobody enjoys filling out those clunky online forms, especially on your phone.
Oh, tell me about it. A clunky form is a conversion killer, for sure. You've got a potential customer ready to reach out, but if the process is frustrating, they're going to give up.
Ugh, yeah. I can't tell you how many times I've abandoned online purchases because the checkout process was just too complicated. So what makes a, quote, request form truly seamless?
The guide highlights a few key things. First, clarity. Clear fields for essential information. Nothing more, nothing less. Second, you need a strong call to action. You want to encourage users to actually hit that submit button.
So it's not just about presenting the form, it's about making it actually enticing to use.
Exactly. And then finally, mobile friendliness is absolutely crucial. I mean, think about how many people are browsing the web on their phones these days. If your form is a nightmare to use on a smaller screen, you're missing out on a ton of potential clients.
Okay, so a seamless form is clear, concise, has that strong call to action, and it's mobile friendly. Got it. Now, this next section of the guide really stood out to me. Engaging roofing tips blog. I mean, who knew that a roofing company blog could be so?
Well, it might seem a little counterintuitive at first, but it's honestly a brilliant strategy. A blog lets a roofing company be more than just a service provider. They become a trusted source of information. They're building a relationship with potential clients before they even pick up the phone.
I get that. But what kind of content are we talking about here? I mean, it can't just be posts about different types of shingles, can it?
Oh, it's much more than that. The guide suggests sharing things like roof maintenance tips, guides on choosing the right materials for your roof, answers to frequently asked questions, that kind of thing. I mean, think about it. How often have you searched online for answers to home improvement questions?
Oh my gosh, all the time. I'm basically a walking Google search for DIY projects gone wrong.
Exactly. A well-written blog can capture that search traffic. And more importantly, it can build trust with potential clients. They see that you're not just trying to sell them something, you're genuinely trying to help them.
Right. It's like saying, we're the roofing experts, and we're here to share our knowledge with you.
Exactly. And the beauty of a blog is that it works on multiple levels. It provides valuable content for your potential clients. It establishes the company as a thought leader in the industry. And it boosts their SEO.
Hold on, you said SEO again. How does a blog play into that whole SEO thing?
Remember how we talked about SEO being like a giant neon sign for your website?
Yeah.
Well, a blog is like adding a whole bunch of smaller, more targeted neon signs.
Okay, break that down for me.
So each blog post you create is another opportunity to target specific keywords that potential clients might be searching for. So let's say you write a post about how to choose the right roof for your climate. That post could rank really high in the search results for people who are searching for those exact terms. And that leads them directly to your website.
So it's about casting a wider net, basically.
Yeah.
Attracting people who are maybe in the early stages of research. Maybe they're not even ready to contact a roofing company yet.
Exactly. You're planting seeds. Building awareness, positioning yourself as a trusted resource so that by the time they are ready to make a decision, you're already top of mind.
It's pretty amazing how much strategy goes into something like a roofing company website. I mean, we've gone from visuals to service descriptions, from testimonials to those online forums. And who knew a blog could be such a powerhouse marketing tool?
You know, it all boils down to this: understanding your audience
Yeah.
and meeting their needs at every step of the way.
It's thinking beyond just, making a sale. It's about building those relationships, establishing trust, becoming that go-to resource.
Yeah, it's like shifting from a mindset of just selling roofs to helping people protect their homes.
I love that. So what does all of this mean for our listeners out there? Someone who might not be running a roofing company, but they can still take these principles and apply them to their own online presence.
That's what's so great about these insights, honestly. They're surprisingly transferable. It doesn't matter if you're a small business owner, freelancer, or just someone who wants to, boost their personal brand online. The same principles apply.
So it's not just about roofing companies. It's about anyone who wants to make a connection, make a real connection with an audience online.
Absolutely. So think about your own digital storefront, right? What kind of first impression are you making? Are you showcasing your skills in a way that really stands out? Are you providing valuable information that people actually want? Are you making it easy for people to connect with you, to reach out?
Those are some really great questions for all of us to think about. It's like holding up a mirror to your online presence and asking, what's the story I'm telling here?
And how can you tell that story in a way that's authentic and engaging?
Exactly. So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of roofing company websites and all the surprisingly insightful lessons they offer, we want to leave you with one final thought.
Take a moment to really think about your own online presence.
Ah.
How can you use these principles to improve your own digital storefront, whatever that may be?
We'd love to hear your thoughts, too. What really resonated with you from this deep dive? Do you have any aha moments? Share your insights. Share your experiences with us.
Because at the end of the day, it's all about learning from each other, empowering ourselves to, really navigate this digital world with confidence. And hey, maybe even inspire a few more engaging roofing tips blogs along the way.
I love it. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those digital storefronts shining bright.
It's amazing how much strategy goes into something as, seemingly simple as a roofing company website.
I know, right? We've covered so much. From eye-catching visuals to those in-depth service descriptions, authentic testimonials to user-friendly forms. And who would have thought a blog could be such a powerful marketing tool?
Seriously, it all comes down to understanding who your audience is and making sure you're meeting their needs every step of the way.
And it's more than just, closing a deal. It's about fostering those relationships, building trust, becoming that reliable source of information.
Right. It's about shifting from a mindset of let's sell some roofs to we're here to help people protect their homes.
That's such a great way to put it. So for our listeners out there, maybe they're not in the roofing business themselves. How can they take these principles and apply them to their own online presence?
That's the beauty of it. These insights are surprisingly transferable. It doesn't matter if you're a small business owner, a freelancer, even just someone who wants to, polish up their personal brand online. These principles still apply.
So it's bigger than just roofing companies. It's about anyone who wants to connect with their audience online in a meaningful way.
Absolutely. So think about your own digital storefront, that first impression, What is it saying about you? Are you highlighting your skills effectively? Are you sharing valuable content that people actually want to see? Are you making it easy for them to reach out, to connect with you?
Those are such important questions for all of us. It's like holding a mirror up to your online presence and asking yourself, what am I really putting out there?
It's my story.
Exactly. So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of roofing company websites and honestly, the surprising lessons they offer, we'd like to leave you with one final thought.
Yeah. Take a moment to really consider your own online presence. How can you apply these principles, these ideas, to really enhance your own digital storefront, however you define that?
We'd love to hear from you too. What resonated with you most from this episode? Any big aha moments? Share your insights, your experiences. Let's keep this conversation going.
Yeah, because in the end, it's all about learning from each other and, gaining the confidence to really navigate the online world effectively. And hey, maybe even inspire a few more of those engaging roofing tips blogs while we're at it.
I love it. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those digital storefronts shining bright.